Atomic Habits is a powerful self-development book that explains how small, consistent actions can create remarkable changes over time. Instead of focusing on big goals or sudden transformations, the book shows how tiny habits shape our identity, behavior, and long-term success. Through simple language and practical strategies, it teaches how to build good habits, break bad ones, and design a system that makes improvement automatic and sustainable. If you would like to read the complete book and explore these ideas in greater depth, you can purchase the book by clicking the link provided in the description. So, without wasting any time, let's dive straight into the topic. Part 1. The Foundation of Lasting Change. Atomic Habits is a powerful exploration of how small, consistent actions can create extraordinary transformations over time. Rather than promoting drastic life changes or overnight success, the book focuses on the idea that real improvement comes from tiny habits repeated daily. These habits, though seemingly insignificant at first, compound over time and shape not only our results, but also our identity. The word atomic has a dual meaning in this context. On one hand, it represents something extremely small. On the other hand, it refers to something immensely powerful. Atomic habits are small behaviors that, when practiced consistently, produce remarkable outcomes. The book argues that success is not the result of massive actions taken occasionally, but of small actions taken consistently. Why big changes usually fail. Most people attempt to improve their lives by setting ambitious goals. They want to lose weight quickly, become rich fast, or completely change their personality in a short time. While motivation may be high at the beginning, it often fades when progress feels slow or difficult. This leads to frustration, burnout, and eventually failure. The book explains that the problem is not lack of willpower or discipline. The real issue is the system people follow. Goals focus on results, but systems focus on processes. If you improve your system, results will automatically follow. For example, winning athletes and losing athletes often have the same goal, but only one group wins. The difference lies in their habits, routines, and systems. The power of compounding. One of the most important ideas in the book is compounding. Just as money grows through compound interest, habits grow through repeated action. Improving just 1% every day may seem insignificant, but over time it leads to massive improvement. Likewise, small negative habits compound into serious problems if left unchecked. The book emphasizes that habits do not provide immediate rewards. Instead, they create delayed results. This is why people struggle to stay consistent. Good habits often feel unrewarding in the short term, but beneficial in the long term, while bad habits feel good immediately, but harmful later. Understanding this time gap is essential for long-term success. Habits shape identity. One of the most unique and powerful ideas in Atomic Habits is the connection between habits and identity. The book explains that habits are not just things we do. They are reflections of who we believe we are. Every action is a vote for the type of person we want to become. There are 3 levels of behavior change. Outcome-based change, which focuses on results. Process-based change, which focuses on habits and systems. Identity-based change, which focuses on beliefs about oneself. The most effective change happens at the identity level. Instead of saying, "I want to run a marathon," you say, "I am a runner." Instead of saying, "I want to read more," you say, "I am a reader." When habits align with identity, consistency becomes natural. The habit loop habits follow a predictable pattern called the habit loop, which consists of 4 stages. Cue, the trigger that starts the behavior. Craving, the desire or motivation behind the habit. Response, the action taken. Reward, the benefit gained, which reinforces the habit. Understanding this loop allows people to build good habits and break bad ones. Every habit exists because it solves a problem or provides satisfaction. If you want to change a habit, you must change one or more parts of this loop. Why willpower is not enough. Many people believe that success depends on self-control. The book strongly disagrees with this idea. Willpower is limited and unreliable, especially when motivation is low. Instead of relying on discipline, successful people design their environment to support good habits and eliminate bad ones. Environment shapes behavior more than motivation. When healthy food is visible, people eat better. When distractions are removed, focus improves. Small changes in surroundings can create massive improvements in behavior without requiring extra effort. Focus on systems, not goals. Goals are temporary, but systems last forever. Once a goal is achieved, motivation often disappears. However, if a strong system is in place, progress continues automatically. The book encourages readers to fall in love with the process, not the outcome. For example, if your goal is to write a book, your system might be writing 1 page every day. If your goal is fitness, your system might be daily movement. Systems create consistency, and consistency creates success. The plateau of latent potential. One of the most encouraging ideas in the book is the concept of the plateau of latent potential. Progress is often invisible at the beginning. People quit because they do not see results quickly. However, results are accumulating beneath the surface. Just like ice does not melt until it reaches a certain temperature, habits do not show visible results until a critical point is reached. Persistence during this phase is what separates successful people from those who give up too soon. Small habits, big results. The book repeatedly reinforces the idea that success is not about intensity, but consistency. Doing something small every day is far more powerful than doing something big once in a while. Habits should be easy, realistic, and repeatable. Instead of trying to transform your life overnight, focus on becoming slightly better each day. Over time, these small improvements compound into extraordinary results. Part 2. The 4 Laws of Behavior Change. In this section, Atomic Habits focuses entirely on practical action and explains how habits can be intentionally built and changed using a simple but powerful framework. Every habit follows a pattern known as the habit loop, which consists of a cue, a craving, a response, and a reward. By understanding and controlling these 4 stages, behavior change becomes structured, predictable, and sustainable. The book introduces 4 fundamental laws that guide habit formation. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. These laws work together to shape daily behavior without relying on motivation or willpower. The first law, make it obvious, emphasizes awareness. Many habits fail because their cues are unclear or hidden. Behavior change begins when you clearly identify what triggers your actions. Cues can be time, location, emotional state, people, or previous actions. When cues are visible, habits become easier to remember and repeat. The book highlights the importance of planning habits with clarity, tying them to a specific time and place, and linking new habits to existing routines. Environment design plays a crucial role here. When good habits are visible and accessible, they naturally increase. And when bad habits are hidden or inconvenient, they slowly fade away. The second law, make it attractive. focuses on desire and motivation. Habits are driven by cravings, not by logic. The brain is more motivated by anticipation than by rewards themselves. When a habit feels enjoyable or emotionally satisfying, consistency becomes easier. The book explains how habits can be made attractive by pairing them with something pleasurable and by surrounding yourself with people who already practice the habits you want to adopt. Social influence strongly affects behavior, and habits that feel normal within a group are easier to maintain. Changing internal language and mindset also increases attraction, turning habits into choices rather than obligations. The third law, make it easy, challenges the idea that success requires extreme effort. The book explains that habits should be simple and friction should be reduced as much as possible. The easier a habit is to perform, the more likely it is to stick. Consistency is more important than intensity. One of the most effective ideas shared is starting habits in their smallest possible form so that resistance is low and action becomes automatic. Repetition, not perfection, builds habits. Showing up daily, even with minimal effort, strengthens identity and long-term consistency. The fourth law, make it satisfying, deals with reinforcement. A habit must feel rewarding in order to be repeated. Since the brain prefers immediate rewards, habits that provide quick satisfaction are more likely to stick. Because many good habits have delayed benefits, the book suggests creating visible progress and small, instant rewards. Tracking habits, measuring consistency, and seeing improvement reinforce positive behavior. Maintaining momentum is more important than avoiding mistakes, and quick recovery after a missed habit keeps progress intact. Through these 4 laws, Atomic Habits presents a complete system for behavior change. Small actions, when designed correctly and repeated consistently, gradually shape identity and produce remarkable long-term results. Instead of chasing motivation or relying on discipline, the book teaches how to design habits that work automatically, making improvement a natural part of everyday life. If you enjoyed this summary, like, share, comment, and subscribe. If this book interests you, you can buy the complete book using the link in the description. We'll meet again with another book summary. Until then, goodbye.